It looks like brick, it looks like stone, but it's not. It's Nukrete. Nukrete is a 1/8 of an inch thin, troweled on layer of stenciled, sculptured cement that goes right on top of your existing concrete dilemma. Now, although it's only 1/8 of an inch thin, it is, however, 3 times harder than regular concrete. Furthermore, the colors go all the way through the layer, so you can't wear it out guaranteed. It goes right on top of your existing concrete pool deck, porch, walkway, patio, driveway, steps, basement floor, garage floor, foundation walls, ugly old brick walls, fireplace, balcony, even interior wood or drywall. Nukrete is a cement application that is executed in 5 steps. The first step in achieving your Nukrete floor involves surface preparations. The surface preparation phase of the Nukrete job involves 3 separate issues that we may face when we deal with your concrete surface. The first issue is cracks. Now, cracks are a complicated issue for many people because cracks aren't just cracks. They're reoccurring earthquakes that rotate about 4 times a year. A crack in the concrete is there either from stress or from movement in the substrate. And because cracks are moving perennially several times a year, then that means we have a solution for that problem called Crackcrete. Crackcrete is a rubber liquid membrane that is troweled over top of that crack, filling the crack in and laminating on either side of the crack several inches. The purpose of Crackcrete is that when the crack shifts again, as you can see, the rubber acts as a membrane like a gasket, so that the movement of the concrete surface does not transfer through to your Nukrete finish, which we'll be adding later on. The second issue in preparing the surface has to do with grinding and repairs. There may be paint, perhaps, or some other laminated product on your concrete area. That would obviously need to be ground off before we proceed with your Nukrete surface. The third issue that you may face is a sloping issue. Perhaps your concrete has tilted or moved in some way, or perhaps was not done properly in the first place, and there might be pooling and puddling of water at different places on the area of which we speak. So what we then do is we will pour some concrete to prepare the surface and adjust the slope of the concrete before we proceed. These are the 3 issues that we deal with usually in working with Nukrete to prepare the surface properly. Once we're confident that the surface has been properly prepared, we're then ready to move on to the primer and the grout coat. This part of the job is what will establish the color of the lines in between the stones. That will be clarified a little bit later. That's why we call it the grout coat. The first thing is to put down a layer of primer. This is like a bonding agent or a glue. And that glue goes down and is rolled on the surface first. And then when that glue is sticky, it is now ready to receive the first layer of cement. Now don't forget, this is the cement that we call the polymer modified concrete. It is a 7,500 PSI concrete material. That's about 3 or maybe 4 times harder than the concrete you might see coming from a concrete truck. Once that grout coat cement layer is finished being troweled out, then we're ready, after it's dry, to move on to the next step. Now we're ready to move on to the part that takes the most time. This is the part where we create the pattern. We call this the stenciling and the second layer of polymer modified cement. As you can see, the stenciling can come in different designs and patterns based on the customer's wish. Typically, we offer two patterns. The first is a tile look, much like squares or rectangles. The second and popular one is flagstone, which is an irregular shaped stone and organized like a puzzle. There are also available, with the stenciling concept, the opportunity to create borders or special designs or motifs or mats or even company logos, and you can have lots of fun with the stenciling part of the job. And once the stenciling is complete and the borders are established and things look just right, we're then ready to put the second layer of cement on and cover the stencils. Now the second layer of cement would be colored, once again, based on the customer's wishes. Usually we recommend that the color of the second layer of cement be different, enough at least, from the first layer of cement so that you can differentiate between the two later on. When that second layer of cement is applied, we will use a trowel in such a way as to create a certain type of texture to make it look like natural stone. That texture can be modified based on the customer's requests. It can be rough and very non-slip, or it can be smooth and very easy to clean. Either way, the surface is created by hand and we're in full control of how the texture will turn out. That moves us on to the next step. Now we come to the fun part. This is the part of the Nukrete job that people like to watch. It's the time to pull the stencils out of the application and reveal the beauty that we've been creating for the last few steps. As you can see, removing the stencils reveals how beautiful a pattern that we've created. This has to be done at just the right time to create the proper effect.